Yo, I'm still here. This ain't over yet. You know what I'm saying? It's who I am. Let's go. Cause I'm a warrior. That's right. Yeah, I'm a warrior. You're right. I'm a warrior. Yeah. Yo, I'm coming at you like an avalanche. Part machine, I've never lost a battle that I've had. Body armor like a soldier, I'm a champion. I'm the greatest thing to step out since the earth begun. Raise my fist to show my haters that I'm never going. Just as long as I keep breathing and my blood is flowing. The fire in my belly ain't a women's destiny. The time is now to take my chances, so come on and follow me. Yeah, I'm a warrior. That's right. Cause I'm a warrior. I can't be nothing less. Yeah, I'm a warrior. Let's go. Look, keep me steady on my feet cause I will never drop. All this sweat and all this pain will never make me stop. I got my dreams in my palm, I gotta hold them tight. I know my future's in good hands, I know my future's bright. I climb the ladder with my strength, I'm growing tall. Words will never hurt me when they try to make me fall. It's impossible to fail when you're already invincible. So come on, test me, I'm the greatest of them all. Come on. This the anthem for everybody who know that they was born to be a fighter. 100% nothing less. Let's go. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. Cause I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. That's who I am. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. Cause I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. Yeah, I'm a warrior.
Don't blame controller, it's whoever playing games. When I died, only pieces on my grave. No superhero gonna come and save the day. All to my mind to help illusion all the pain. Don't blame controller, it's whoever playing games.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here in the Proving Grounds, the old C group, OMNIA ONYX taking OMNIA XI or OMNIA 11, whatever you want to call them here tonight, because we have the OMNIA Civil War taking place here. It's going to be an interesting one. I've already casted an OMNIA Civil War, but we get another one here in the Proving Grounds, and it is going to be a definite interesting one for sure. I'm, of course, aka Invictus, aka Nick, and I'm joined as always with my boy Uper. How are we feeling about this matchup tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it's always great whenever you have a team, like two teams that are both a part of the same organization that are both beefing with each other. That's always a good deal because at this point, right, as an organization, Omnia, they're walking away with the dub regardless. So this is more for bragging rights more than anything. So it's always nice to be able to have that little feather in the cap, especially when you're talking smack to your fellow org members. So, but I personally have no idea how either of these two rosters are. I don't even know who's on them. So for me, it's going to be a treat to be able to not only have my first Civil War in this year for COD, but also to see how these two teams play.
Yeah, definitely so. And if we go and take a look at the map set here, we head to a map number 1, Hardpoint on Den. We're going to have a treat again here. We have a lot of different maps. I think only two of them going to be the same one. 1 and 6 are going to be the same two maps, but we have a Den to start us off. Raid, Exposure, Sake, Fringe, Den, Hacienda, and it is, a world tour on this best of 7 series, like we saw in our last one in the last grand final. It was pretty much a world tour. The only thing that we saw different there was double Sake instead of double Den. So an interesting one for sure. And when we break it down, the two teams are going to have to find something to prove to themselves tonight. It's going to be a back and forth that needs to ensue here pretty early and often, as it is going to be one of those things. Omnia XI, Glowstick, Stutter, Pip, and Junior. And then, generally average Merc, Expedited, and I think Rituals, if I remember correctly, for the side of Omnia ONYX. So both teams having a little bit of an inkling here of what's going to happen. And we've seen this Omnia ONYX team before. We've seen some of these players before. We've seen some of the Omnia XI guys as well before. So definitely, a treat to have them back in the grand finals here. I do believe the last season in the C group, some of them did not even make it to the grand finals. So it was an interesting one. Champ Sunday here, last one on the cards, and it's going to be an interesting one for sure. The lower division here to try to prove that they can play with everybody else. Expired, able to get the first pick. Expired on the hill time, looking for first one, able to collect as he collects onto it. Generally average, going to not be that generally average player that we know him as. He has the AR out, able to shoot down range, does collect onto one, help with the nade, does help as well. As a pinstripe kill feed just goes in, and Omnia XI have the better of rotations here towards P2, but it's getting fought after. It is going to be Stutter that can't find the kill there. The 2-for-2 trade out happening elsewhere on the map, and so far so good. If you're the side of Omnia ONYX, getting that early time, getting the rotations back over to the other side.
Yeah, no, Omnia ONYX doing a pretty good job so far. Or, sorry, Omnia 11 doing a pretty good job. The guys in green. You can see right now that ONYX trying to get back inside of here a little bit. They're starting to push up. Finally getting themselves situated just even for a moment. You still have some opposition coming in from the rooftops over by Omnia 11. Glowstick going to try to fly, and he finds 2. So beautiful double there for Glowstick. He's looking for the 3rd, and he finally cleans them up. So Omnia ONYX being able to not hold on as Omnia 11 going to go on through. Stutter alongside others. Glowstick currently on a 4 streak. Pip with that AR looking over rooftop as a spawn flip comes in. So right now, definitely Omnia 11 doing a pretty good job here. Now, obviously, is going to be the mad dash to P3. You can see Mercury from the side of ONYX going to be over in that dojo area. You have 6 Rituals trying to play cutoffs. He does find one. Finally gets taken down, however. Glowstick not rocking that kill streak anymore, unfortunately, but you do have a couple of members from ONYX. They're going to be lying and waiting. Stutter finds one, Glowstick finds the other. So even though you have that early rotation with number 4 Pip playing over by P1, ONYX going to be getting shut down in the early seconds of this P3.
Yeah, OMNIA XI controlling the pace of play right now as Glowstick on another burner of a streak finally does get taken down. 11-6 from the young man right now, continuing to frag on out, and Stutter pushing up forward as able to find one on a 4 streak of his own. Looking to pressure all of this P4 side, just trying to find it. Rituals towards the middle part of the map, does spot out one. The nade is not able to collect there. He's expired towards this middle part of the map. Gonna find potentially one. He does get shot down. Mercury here as well, looking for one of their own just to go their way. Expired spots out, is able to collect, looking for the next one up. Can he find anything though? Does get information on over towards his teammate, knows where this player is going to be coming from as Glowstick gets taken care of there by Generally Average on the outer side. Expired now holding its front window side, really controlling it. Does not read that pinch in from server, but it does get taken care of in a back and forth. But P4 still dominated by the OMNIA XI side as they continue to put on the pressure towards this side of OMNIA ONYX, and ONYX really need to find the kills, need to open up the break here, and they do so. Still Mercury in the back trying to find some kind of inkling of the spawn.
Yeah, right now, I mean, OMNIA 11 doing a really good job of holding it down. You do have some opposition from OMNIA ONYX going over by that rooftop, but it is nothing but green in the feed. I mean, if you're ONYX at this point, right, like you're only down by almost 50 points. So, I mean, even though there's only 15 seconds remaining, the best thing to do is to kind of go over by P1. If you guys look at the bottom left of your screen, you can see that the OMNIA ONYX going to be the ones to get themselves situated over here on this P3. But the big person, though, Glowstick, he somehow managed to spawn behind P2, and that kind of costed ONYX there for a little bit. So these rotations, unfortunately, from ONYX, they're getting the rotational game in, but they're just getting broken left and right. Kind of an interesting little play there. Hopefully that doesn't cause a GA, but definitely as of right now, though, ONYX only down by about 50 points, or about to be 50 points. So you still are in this. You just got to start locking down your spawns and your areas where you want to control with those ARs, because it's really biting you in the ass when you get set up, but then you get broke right away. So 11 from the side of OMNIA 11 doing a really good job of that.
Yeah, definitely so. And you can see Stutter having a great start, having that little inkling of an idea of trying to hit that pinch. Does not read it though. Almost gets the burn there as Glowstick does collect on 2 there on the Mercury and Generally Average. Now Expired trying to go through middle couches. Can't get anything to go. Gen Av does get another one as well. Rituals now here. Can't find it to go, as it is a back and forth that still ensues, and you really need to find this hill time. If you're the side of ONYX, it has not been going your way. You're not down by much. You've kept it close. You kept it within striking distance. It just needs to be the time that you get the hill time, you get the money hill, as Generally Average starting to heat up now, looking for a next one, can't get it to go onto Stutter, and it's a back and forth that still ensues as you see. So far, so good. Expired trying to find one more, can't get it to go either, as a nade comes in from Mercury to collect. Rituals there, gonna find one, can he get any more? That's the real question, as it does look like the rotational battle still going to ensue here onto the next hill, and it's already the side of OMNIA XI that are already pushed on up towards this dojo side. Expired does spot out one. Stutter takes care of them, however, and so far, so good. Let's actually head into a listen-in with the side of OMNIA XI as they can continue to dominate the rotations and dominate the pace of play in the kill department as well. We'll see what it sounds like from them.
Let's try.
Yeah, there's three dojo.
Oh, fucking nade. Fuck the plan nade. One's close left, one's on time.
Yo, push through here.
One's close on time. Fuck.
Dead.
Hit nade. Hit with nade. Someone's hit with nade.
One's he's gonna be on the...
Get your over.
Yeah.
Nade mid cut.
He's close.
Dead.
I'm pushing through red.
Dodge that.
Another one, outer 10.
Outer dodge.
One in red.
I'm through already. I'm through. I'm with Caddy here.
Go.
Yeah, go.
I'm on top.
Push out or green. Play Cardi corner.
I got the time.
I'm in red right now. One on window. Fuck.
Cutting off mid.
Yeah.
Outer.
Got her. We got her. We got
Cutting
her.
off mid. Cutting off mid.
We're not blocking.
Good shit.
Dead.
Nice,
I
guys.
saw
Two
Dojo, I saw
dead.
Dojo.
You're looking for 2 more.
Outer, read. Play back.
Dead.
Nice.
Nice.
One
big.
red.
Outer, he's red room, red
One
room.
red.
Yeah.
Red. He's in time.
Nice.
Watch your outer.
One red.
Play
One red.
back
I'm
here.
here.
Red and outer.
I'm
Go,
watching
go.
outer.
I'm watching red. I'm
Go,
watching
go,
red.
go. Bump. Go. Help him out, June.
Help him
One
out.
outer.
Outer.
I'm still outer.
Nice,
What?
guys.
One window?
One window. He's hurt. It's
He's
expired.
weak. Fuck. Absolute.
I got outer. Outer dead.
Okay, that's
Good
really
shit.
good
I'm spawning
time,
out.
guys.
Spawning out. One might be pushed up in red.
Ship in your red. I got outer.
Oh, I didn't see this guy. One desk. Desk. He's going red right now.
One behind.
Fine, we could.
Okay, that's good.
All good.
Yeah,
Okay.
rotate new.
Someone go. I'm going P2.
Yeah, on
I'm
P2,
pushed up. I'm pushed up blue.
Rich, one shot.
I'm here. He's not pushed up. He's on P2 still.
Yeah, hold the.
As the listening comes on in through, Omnia XI still dominating in this one, but that lead has dwindled away. Omnia ONYX starting to heat back up into the map, and you can see from players like Glowstick, like iStutter, they're definitely having a great map, just need their teammates to help them out a little bit. Callie having a little bit of a slow start, 17 and 17. She needs to start to pick it up a little bit as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely not really where you want to be in terms of the KD or just the time, whatever the case may be. But what I want to say about the Omnia 11 with those comms, I mean, you even heard, I don't know who it was necessarily talking, but they were like, oh, we got to rotate at like the 22-second mark. And so obviously people keeping track of that timing and everything, it really has been helping Omnia 11 with those rotational situations, or even two when it comes down to it, being able to communicate with, oh, there's one, you know, I'm here, like just the communications between Omnia 11 has been on point, and it's been really helping them through with this map 1. But ONYX definitely really needed to kind of get something going for themselves here. But you know what, actually, let's go in with the listening with Omnia ONYX after Stunner is completely obliterating them in the back spawn. Let's see how they try to break this P2, because remember, Omnia 11 can win it here. So let's go and check in with Omnia ONYX.
Come here.
Front weak.
Dead.
Alright, look out this.
Dead. One more outer. Last one outer. He's just sitting out.
Here, this front.
There's two.
Hit the.
Hit the front. He's close.
Dead.
Conscious. You're right. You're right.
Hit the back. No way. All four. Okay, just go now. Oh no, we can't go now.
We can't go new. We gotta contest it a little bit.
Yep.
Yo, one couch is dead. One more couch is. He's pushed out in front of you. Front right you.
Bro.
Wait. Hurt.
And at the
So
listening
there you have
there
it. So,
for
oh.
Go ahead.
No,
go
you
ahead.
go.
That the listening there for Omnia ONYX. Just a formality now here for XI, as they are only 5 points away from taking our map number 1. And they have been pretty dominant so far. Glowstick 32 and 20. And his other teammate Stutter 28 and 19. Both players having a very good one. And you see pretty much everybody on this side of Omnia XI as they take map number 1. Over a minute on the hill time. Really dominating throughout. Being able to have good rotations. Being able to play off of each other on the hill time. And it really comes down to that. Glowstick having a huge map number 1. 32 and 20. As it's just, you know, an interesting one here for sure. 17 and 26 from Mercury. Not what you want to see here, especially in the Civil War. There's going to be a little bit of trash talk that maybe goes back and forth for both players. So, you know it's going to happen here eventually, but you just got to figure it on out. And it does look like we will be heading into our map number 2, which we go to a raid S&D. It is going to be, I do believe, the pick of XI. So they were actually, no, it's going to be the pick of ONYX. My apologies there. XI pick map number 1. That's why they look so dominant on it. Raid going over to our map number 2. It does look like we're going to try to get into it as quickly as possible. But again, one of those things that we just have to figure out here is XI going to be ONYX going to be able to bounce back, or is it going to be XI taking the early 2-0 lead? And, you know, I don't know if you've been watching or not today here, Uper, but a lot of 4-0s here in the grand finals. So on the cards for potentially another one.
Yeah, I've been keeping track as much as I can. You know, I was watching the CDL this morning, and then I started to do some DoorDash after that. So, but yeah, I saw a lot of 4.0s today. I was like, oh damn. So it's been pretty interesting to say the least. So we're gonna see if that trend continues. You know, I was just writing down on my old man Unk status cheat sheet here, and I definitely think map 1 MVPs. I know it's not really like a big deal for like MVPs for individual maps, but Glowstick and Stutter really came out swinging in that first map. I mean, Glowstick with the AR, Stutter with the you know, with the SMG. I mean, those boys or gals, those people in general, they were just absolutely frying. So it was definitely nice to see that. But we're gonna see how they compare to the map 2, because you know, Raid, depending on how you're playing the map, your ARs are really going to come in clutch, or for those uphill or up close personal fights over to the side of Laundry, things can get pretty nasty pretty quick.
Yeah, definitely so. Things can get nasty, can get a little bit heated back and forth, and if you really think about it, it's really comes down to also this sniper battle that we might see ensue here on this map, especially with this being, besides Fringe, one of the maps that we see the sniper pulled out the most. And you know, I'm curious who's going to be pulling that out for both teams. If we will see it pulled out, even sometimes, it's an interesting one for sure. We need to see something from OMNIA ONYX on the bounce back here. And obviously, you know, you feel good if you're an OMNIA supporter here that both these teams are in your org. It is unfortunately just, you know, who is the better team? That's really what it comes down to.
Bragging rights, baby. That's all it is. So with both of these teams, I mean, right now, OMNIA 11 doing pretty good in the bragging department, but you know, so far, but it's still a long grand finals. I mean, even just today in the CDL for Major 4, it went all the way to a game 7. So we're gonna see how OMNIA 11 and ONYX get on here. Right away, though, Stutter actually gets taken down from OMNIA 11. Looks like Generally Average was the one to take him down. So 11 with Glowstick having the bomb. They're trying to obviously go on that A side, but just unfortunately with losing that person right away, excuse me, it's kind of slowed their push. Average watching the cross, gonna get some information. No, and then somebody from OMNIA 11 is gonna get lagged out. So we're probably gonna see a match or a map reset potentially. All depends on how this round goes off here, but as of right now, though, OMNIA ONYX still firmly in the driver's seat of this first round.
Yeah, definitely probably going to see a map reset here. Callie now left up by herself, trying to figure something out. Can't get it to go, though. Gets the first one, but yeah, we will be seeing a reset, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure, as Pip does join the lot back up, so maybe we won't see a reset. So we get a little bit lucky. I know that's what happened the first day. We got plagued with resets. Hopefully it does not happen today.
I had some serious nightmares last night because of how many times we got juked out.
Yeah, I mean, we got juked out so many times. We looked like a defender trying to defend the best running back in the league, man. Like it was bad.
For real.
It was really bad how bad we got juked out. But it does look like we're all good to go here. Pip joined back the lobby, so definitely a crucial one here, not having to go through that reset. As Callie does get first blood, it is going to be a little bit of that play towards this B site here. For the side of ONYX, they do have control over it. 2 players there. Bomb going to go down. It is going to be a little bit of an interesting one here. Expired trying to find more of these plays, but Mercury just gets taken care of there. Now Gen Average and Expired going to be by themselves, left in the 2v4 situation, and this is going to be hard to manage as the kills come on through. And it is going to be Expired. Now left up by himself. He does collect one on to Stutter. Now the pistol kill going to come on in. And Pip able to collect as the bomb's going to get defused by his teammates.
Yeah, no, I think it was Generally Average that tried jumping out through the pool and trying to like sneak behind that little hut there. But unfortunately caught a couple of rounds that took us. So not really going to work out for them. But 11 now able to respond with a round victory of their own. Pip actually, even though getting DC'd out of the lobby, walking away with 2 kills of their own. So definitely no reset cheese or anything like that happening today in this map too. And thank God for that. I'm actually going to knock on wood right now, because knowing my ass, it's going to end up coming back to haunt me. So I'm really good at either cursing myself or cursing other people whenever I'm casting. So I don't want to do that to anybody today. Not yet, at least. But either way, as I'm yapping, Glowstick going to be the bomb carrier for OMNIA 11. And right now, you can see, like, right, they're really trying to go for that A side. You can see Rituals looking over on the cross, grenades coming in, utilities galore. And so the biggest thing right now, which OMNIA ONYX really, or 11 needs to look out for, is Rituals. And then there it is. Rituals on the flank, able to walk away with his life. Generally average, getting the AR kill. It's going to be Expired finding the other, and Pip getting taken down as well. I saw Rituals creeping up there just a little bit, and I was worried, especially with Glowstick not watching his flank. Unfortunately, the flank got shanked. So, unfortunately for 11, gonna bite the dust on that round 3.
Yeah, and I think the thing we have to understand, though, is these teams have probably scrimmed each other. They know exactly what they want to do, how they want to do it on S&D. They probably played each other pretty consistently, so you have to really dive deep into that playbook when you're taking on a team that is from your own organization, like these two teams, and sometimes those plays just don't really work out for you, as it is going to be a consistent hit out here towards this A site. Rituals already pressuring up all the way through, and Gently Average gets the first blood. Rituals in deep into the spawn of the side of OMNIA XI. OMNIA ONYX going to be able to collect 2 dead in the kill feed as well. Now Stutter and Pip left up by themselves, and it's just Stutter alone. He is able to collect onto 1. Expired, going to be able to glit it, and he's shooting bodies as well. Letting his org know that, I mean, we're going to shoot bodies, boys.
Oh, yeah, you got to stay toxic, especially against your own teammates. But no, I mean, Rituals, just watching him there. Maybe I'm just unk status at this point, being 29, but my man was moving like a Left 4 Dead 2 zombie right through the freaking middle of the map, just like, you know, if you throw some kind of noise sound effects on him, he's going to be like a freaking Left 4 Dead 2. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, homie's definitely got a lightweight on. I mean, moving and grooving like that definitely is a good deal, but unfortunately for Glowstick, he's going to be the recipient of some not sponsored Dunkin' Donuts for the boy, or Krispy Kreme if you prefer, also not sponsored. Sponsor us, please. We'd love you forever. But either way, Glowstick looking for his first kill, finally gets it, like shooting fish in a barrel, except this time it's a pool and a human. Now watching that flank, because desperately getting flanked on that last round probably left a bad taste in his mouth. Stutter going through the middle, finds 1. Glowstick playing his best rendition of Ring Around the Rosie with Rituals. Rituals now starting to push up over on that B side, going through the middle. So it looks like it's just going to be a classic 2v2 potential retake here for OMNIA ONYX.
Yeah, and the stretch plant coming on through, just going to allow this to happen. Number 8 still on the flank a little bit here. Just hasn't really been read out. Rituals does get spotted out towards 7. And it is going to be a little bit hard to figure out. 7 does hit this flank route pretty quickly. Reload timing for Stutter, just on the worst end of things. It is going to be a 1v1 battle towards front, but it does not matter. It is going to be another round in favor of OMNIA ONYX. And that will be that, as it's 4 rounds now here for them. And chat, I do believe you're right. This OMNIA ONYX team being a little bit better at S&D, and we've seen that so far. 4-1 up, 3-round disadvantage for OMNIA XI, needing to figure out some of these rounds here pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a little bit of a DoorDash potential situation here for this map 2 for ONYX. I mean, they're really looking good. I'm unfortunately not reading chat at the moment, but if they're saying, yo, don't count on ONYX for their search and destroy, they're really proving it here. Mercury on a 4 streak. We do have at least 1 breadstick cam, though, for Glowstick if production feels in need to throw some baguettes on there. Oh, look at that. We got raining baguettes. It's just like we're in Paris, everybody, except we're in our chairs at home. But either way, Glowstick currently rocking a .25 KD, looking for somebody. The bomb carrier is going to be trying to push over onto that A side right away, so generally average just going to ego chow the hell out of that bomb, get it planted. Now it's going to be a 3v4 retake, though. Rituals is going to get his ticket punched. And so Stutter hanging out over by statue. Oh, thank you. Looking for the other members of OMNIA ONYX. 2 of them are going to fall almost immediately. Glowstick and Calixto going to find them expired now by their lonesome. Takes at least one person to the grave before they get themselves taken out. So ONYX, a little bit of a rush plan, but unfortunately not working out in their favor too much there, as 11 are able to shoot them down and at least grow that deficit a little bit less. Now only down by 2 rounds in this map too.
Yeah, definitely so. Something that, you know, the side of OMNIA XI has to work with for sure. So it is just something that we need to try to figure out. It is a back and forth. And, you know, I see that sub in here, Viper. I know you're in here. I know you're happy about 2 teams potentially making you money here in the grand finals of EWG. A crucial one here. Rings on the board as well for whoever wins this one. And right now, OMNIA XI up 1-0. Looking to try to maybe potentially bounce back here in this one as well. It is going to be a snipe kill from Expired that connects, and the kills come on through. That's a 3 dead now for OMNIA ONYX, and so far so good. Leaving only Cali by themselves. The lonesome player here from the OMNIA XI side does not even have bomb on the back, and it's all control over to OMNIA ONYX, looking to go up onto match point, but can they find it? That is the question. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. OMNIA ONYX on map point 5-2 with a 3-round deficit for the XI team to battle back from. We've seen crazier things happen here, Uber, but this is pretty much done and dusted, it seems. Just ONYX looks like the better S&D team.
Yeah, I mean, unless ONYX really just craps the bed biblically, kind of like how Optic did against LA Thieves in Winners Finals today, because Optic was up 5-2, and then the Thieves were able to go up, in case you guys didn't watch that. But so yeah, so unless ONYX really craps the bed here, I think it should be pretty much done and dusted. But you never know. Until that scoreboard gives you 6 rounds to your name, it's never talk, as a wise man once said in the Call of Duty scene. But you do have Stutter, ends up finding 1, takes down Generally Average. Expired now on the hunt. You have 3 members outside this laundry. Expired on the flank, finds 1. Pip gonna be able to get the trade, and Mercury now by their lonesome, but at least bomb is in hand. That rock, unfortunately, not gonna provide enough cover. Gets himself taken down, and so 11, OMNIA 11 or XI, how you like to say it. Pip gonna be the heartbreak kid, at least for a moment there. And so 1 more round on the tool belt of OMNIA 11, but still, it's still 5-3. You need to win out the rest of the map in order to make this a 1-1 series, and quite frankly, it's already hard enough to get 1 round win, let alone getting 4 in a row.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. You're just going 1 round at a time here. If you're the side of OMNIA XI, you need to try to find it there. It's OMNIA ONYX looking to try to close this one out. Offensive side has been a little bit lackluster here for XI. They need to try to find it here quickly and find that first blood potential, as Cali just playing the timing perfectly there. Able to get out of that situation. Stun check comes on through. Nothing home, though. Shots getting laid down. Able to get 1. Can she get any more? Is able to get 2 there. Expired with the sniper, though. Does find another one, and Mercury answers back, now leaving it in a 2v2 situation. Stutter and Cali versus Expired and Mercury. Expired having that sniper, so we definitely got to play these close, and Cali here for the play to make it happen as the bomb is recovered. I do believe she's just going to try to evacuate out of this one. The spot out does happen here for Mercury, able to win it, and OMNIA ONYX answer back here in the S&D. We are tied up at 1s, and Mercury 9-3 to finish us off in the S&D.
Yeah, no 4-0s here, guys. So we're gonna see, though. Definitely, I would say that for the winning side, Mercury and Expired definitely are the ones that, if I had to pick, again, MVPs, they were just absolutely going buck wild in that series. I mean, 10-4, and I think it was like a 9-5 or something like that. So the two of those players doing a really good job. So, I mean, yeah, we got ourselves a series, folks, and we're going to be going to an exposure overload. And for me personally, I like exposure overload. You do have to kind of be a little bit more methodical. Like with Den and all the other ones, you can kind of go ahead and, you know, just bum rush things and have it work out for you necessarily. But with exposure, with how far you get spawned out compared to, you know, Scar or Gridlock, Den, it can get pretty mixy. So I'm really kind of excited to see the ARs are really going to be in full swing here for this exposure overload. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely think so. It's the most 50-50 map. You know, we talked about it in our last series as well, ladies and gentlemen. If you were here for that, this is a 50-50 map. Nevertheless, the way you cut it, you can score on both sides. You can very much so, have very good defensive sides on both sides as well. So you just really have to be able to play off of each other, play as that team-based Call of Duty that we saw in the S&D, and that really bodes well here for OMNIA ONYX. They played very well, trade battles galore. They were doing very well in the S&D. So I expect the same thing to come out of these guys in this one as well. We'll find out. I'm not sure if we're getting ready to get into that map number 3 or not, if production could give me a little inkling of an idea. But it does look potentially be going that way. So we'll sit and wait here for just a couple seconds. When we find out, we'll let you know. But again, this OMNIA side, I mean, OMNIA XI needs to find a little bit of that bounce back now. You did not look good in the S&D. The boys did not have the guns going, the players that we talked about when we opened up on the map 1, Stutter and Glowstick, kind of fell to the wayside in that map number 2.
Yeah, I mean, Glowstick, the recipient of a donut cam and a breadstick cam, that's never a good deal, right? So, I mean, it seems like if I just had to take a shot in the dark, I would say that based off of what chat's saying too, how ONYX is a little bit more comfortable in search, you kind of have a tale of two titans, right? So, like, OMNIA XI seem like they're a little bit more comfortable in the respawns and maybe not as many reps in search and destroy, whereas on the flip side, ONYX definitely a little bit more comfortable in the search and destroy compared to the control and, or not control, overload your respawns and stuff. So, I mean, you need 4 to win, but we're going to see how this goes. We're going to be loading into an exposure overload here. OMNIA ONYX on the right, OMNIA 11 or XI, depending on how you say it, on the left. But yeah, like I said, man, I think that Glowstick and the side of OMNIA XI are going to be the ones to be a little bit more comfortable in these respawns. But coming off of a map victory, it also kind of puts some wind in your sails too. And so right now you can see nothing but purple in the feed so far. Generally average going to be the bomb carrier. Going over to this A side, number 8. Ooh, average had a little bit of an opening, but he's going to push back a little bit here. Go over towards the B side. You can see Expired currently hanging out over there, providing coverage. Stutter, though, on the flank. Oh, but Stutter didn't get the kill. So that is going to be a detonation. Generally average, playing a little bit of ring around the rosy with one of the players from XI. But let me tell you what, that is a hell of a way to open up this map 3.
Yeah, definitely an interesting one here for sure. Is not what you would expect here from what we've been talking about, what we've seen across the map. And it does look like Pip's just trying to knife people right now. Expired does not have any idea what Pip is trying to do there. Rituals going to be pushed back into their spawn. And again, it's a really hard ask to do. You can see where number 5 at. That's Expired. He is in a little bit of a cred ball corner here on the flank route, and he has an idea of where these players are going to be at. The trade-out kills come on through, but it's a 3 dead now for the side of OMNIA XI with the pressure coming on through for OMNIA ONYX, and the Neslo starts to rear its nasty head as this team looks very good in our second respawn game mode, and they're doing so far so good. There's a rotation for Rituals, has came out towards this other side. Kill on from Cali, able to collect onto it, looking for more. Is able to get one more. As Pip does collect onto it. Now the EMP device picked up here for this side, but it's instantly dropped. And again, we will see this ONYX side push the pressure towards the scoring potential.
Yeah, and ONYX just trying to punch it into the end zone here, but unfortunately not able to get it. But Mercury on the flank. Mercury going to find one. Pip going to be able to find another. So Pip just kind of making things a little bit more difficult than they need to be for ONYX, but Mercury going to be able to get that detonation finally before it resets. So nothing but purple in the feed for ONYX with 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. I mean, right now, if you're ONYX, you know, with the way that you're firing your guns and how you're hot and everything else, Mercury definitely 9-4, make that 10-4 on a 3 streak. Average almost gets it in. But unfortunately, Stutter is going to be in the back right behind him. So another almost capture. ONYX getting shot down by XI. Calixto, or Cali, finding some players over here on their side of Solar. Cali looking to try to get into that back spawn. Tries to get it, but unfortunately can't. Stutter, though, going to be the last one. Oh, they're right in the last man standing. But ONYX, huge defensive play there. So both sides having really good defenses here in this first half, but ONYX just being able to walk away with a little bit more detonations.
Yeah, doing good so far. If you're ONYX, you really have had the pressure on the map. You've been pushed up past that 50-yard line pretty consistently for them. And I look at a guy like Rituals, like Mercury, that has really made a name for themselves in this map so far. 15-5 for Mercury, 10-9 here for Rituals. They've really just applied the pressure very well. Jin Av does catch another one. Looking for one more on the Mercury. Still in your spawn, you need to deal with him. Finally, he is dealt with by Glowstick, and this is a different kind of team that we're seeing out of the OMNIA ONYX side.
Yeah, and ONYX right now, they're just lasering, man. Like, they're kind of making me have my foot in my mouth with when I was talking about the general idea of them being a little bit less comfortable in the respawns. And at the end of the day, I mean, even if they take this control, you know, if they're able to walk away or control an overload, you gotta get used to that, man. It's been over a year, Jesus. But if they're able to walk away with this overload victory and then be able to train into the hard point, you got yourself such a good cushion that, you know, it's something to be proud of, right? But Mercury gonna be the device carrier here. Potential overtime. Everybody kind of pushing back from 11, but Mercury gonna get taken down. Cali gonna find 2, generally average, looking for another 2, and it looks like it's gonna be a detonation. So what almost was not ends up becoming a detonation. So OMNIA ONYX looking very comfortable in this exposure overload. Let me tell you, 4-0 so far going in the second half. That's a pretty penny right there.
Yeah, and you saw this guy on your screen right now, Mercury, doing an absolute work here. Gets Stutter at the goal line, stops him from scoring, and that's a crucial one for them as they continue to roll on through. We'll see what it looks like for this next one. OMNIA XI, Pip having a slow start. Cali having a slow start as well. 7-12, 7-16. Needing those 2 players to start picking it up here a little bit, but even a slow start from Glowstick and Stutter as well. So you're really just getting out-fragged for the whole team. Expired just walking down towards mid, able to get one, able to collect onto 2, does get traded out, but however, he has applied so much pressure towards the middle part of the map, and it's just a bang out now that ensues. Teammates trying to trade as Ritual goes down as well. Pip trying to find at least one. The pressure on through. Does find one. Looking for the next man up. Ooh. Does get one. And again, he starts to snap on it on this side as well. This is where things can get a little bit interesting. We've seen this before where, you know, the teams just feel a little bit more comfortable on one side of the map. And so far, so good here for the side of OMNIA XI. But again, they got to get these scores in early concession to even have an idea at this one.
Yeah, I mean, you only have 4 minutes, which it does seem like a lot, but at the same time, it really dwindles down very quickly. So, OMNIA XI trying to push in through. I don't know where the hell Callie just went, but able to get the kill there. Device, though, gonna be getting reset. So, unfortunately, the push from XI is gonna get shot down. But Mercury, alongside others, going to be in that middle. Still 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. Mercury with a huge double. I mean, right now, if OMNIA ONYX is able to walk away with getting a detonation after all that effort that XI was trying to push over on that A side, that is going to be bad news bears. An unfortunate team kill. Callie going to be, or no, not Callie. It's going to be Glowstick picking up the device. Pip and Callie, though, are starting to pick it up a little bit. I mean, it was 7 and 16 for Pip, now 12 and 19. So, I mean, right now, OMNIA XI desperately needing a hope and a prayer and a hero, because with that clock dwindling down, every second that you are not getting a detonation is just leading OMNIA ONYX closer and closer to that victory.
And really, Mercury popping takeover in the map and generally average, just controlling the pace of play right now as it still looks to be scored onto. Rituals now towards the middle part of the map, going to try to find one here as he does. And it does look like the score could be going back on in as no one has scored that first EMP device. It's going to be headed back towards mid as Mercury now spots it out. The kill comes on through. Generally average there with the help. Mercury gets his own kill by himself, 24 and 13. And now generally average gets taken care of towards that top middle position. Expired in deep into the spawn of OMNIA XI. Do they read this? Do they understand where this player's at? As the first kill comes on through, taking a little bit of time to get that shot to connect. And so far, so good as your teammate comes on through crucially towards the middle part of the map. And now Callie in prime position does get taken care of. And it's a back and forth, trade outs galore. And, you know, the side of OMNIA ONYX really okay with if this is how the map's going to go. We're okay with this. We're up 4 points with only a minute left to play. The side of OMNIA XI really have to get on their horse if they want to try to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, your only real hope is that you can get map control enough to where you can push out spawns and train 3, you know, right back to back to back, and then maybe with the last 20 seconds force an overtime with the last minute capture. But, I mean, in order to be able to do that, you have to play almost picture perfect Call of Duty. And right now, with OMNIA ONYX having the device in hand, you know, Mercury just going right through spawn. And with Glowstick right there, generally average, though, going to hit a little bob and weave, hit a little route like he's in a little football. Got number 3, though. Stunner. Going to shoot him down, but still with a minute remaining, it is going to become mathematically impossible unless XI able to walk away with a few detonations in sub 40 seconds.
Yeah, going to need a crazy comeback here to even try to, but that is the nail in the coffin here for OMNIA XI. Now 5 points down. This does not look like the comeback that it will not proceed that. It isn't expired. Again, just actively in your spawn, and that's another 3 dead for XI. The score could potentially be going in again, but I don't think these guys are going to want to play that score timer. They're just going to let this timer die on out. As generally average does go down, Ritual is able to get that trade out, and it's a back and forth that still is being played out. Mercury with the point on the back. He jumps out of the map, jumps back in, and scores another one before the time dwindles away. That will be that, ladies and gentlemen. OMNIA ONYX take a 2-1 lead, and they absolutely dominate here in the exposure overload, 6-0.
Yeah, that was a beat down. That was definitely a BTA kind of situation if you are XI. I mean, Mercury, Expired, don't get me wrong, Expired was really putting up some good numbers, but Mercury overall just doing everything, you know, helping out with pushing up with the kills and being able to open up those openings, hitting the flanks, doing every little thing possible to be able to get things going. I mean, 30 and 21, Expired 26 and 14. I mean, nobody from the side of XI was really having a good time there, unfortunately. But I mean, 6-0 for the overload, that's pretty gnarly, you know. So it's still, though, it's only 2-1, so you still have plenty of Call of Duty action here to work through. I mean, we're going to be going to a Sake hard point And it looks like, I mean, I don't know who picked this one. I'm trying to read this graphic, but I'm just old, I guess.
Yeah, so it looks like, let me look real quick here. I do believe it was the pick of, again, the side of ONYX, because they get I do believe, let me check. Yeah, they are Team B, so they picked the second hard point, which is a Sake, which they probably feel a little bit more comfortable on with their ARs, producing a lot of those numbers, but the SMGs can just get as mixy as ever here as well. So you got to think, what can we figure out? That exposure was picked up by Team A, which is XI. So again, Sake headed back into it. It is ONYX's pick, ONYX's host, and we will see what they look like here in the Sake map. We head into a Fringe right after that. It's going to be an interesting one for sure in that S&D. Another map, that we talked about, like the Raid, where sniper battle galore. We definitely get to see that one. It just depends if we're going to see a 2-2 or a 3-1 when we break that one on down. And this is almost a must win here for me for the side of XI. They have to come out shooting. They have to come out swinging here. You haven't looked good in the last two maps. You get despicably they get despicably put down here as fast as possible. So it's one of those things that they just need to figure out and try to find something to go their way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, they looked really good in the Den hard point, but then it seems like the wheels fell off the wagon at one point in time in between Den and Raid for maps 1 and 2. But at this point, I mean, like you mentioned, this is a kind of a do or die situation because Omnia really showing themselves how they handle themselves on Search and Destroy. And like you mentioned too, Raid and Fringe are very similar play styles in some capacities, right? I mean, almost every Call of Duty map has 3 lanes and all that jazz, but Fringe and Raid are both maps where people, like teams, tend to have the same playbooks for those 2 maps, unlike if you were to go on Scar or something like that, right? So really, like you mentioned, this is the do or die for XI. I firmly believe, and I'm pretty decent at calling stuff as I see it, I'm almost positive, like a 90% positive, that if ONYX walks away with this map 4 victory, we're going to see ONYX be your victors decided in this map 5 with Fringe 4-1. I'm going to call my shot right now, Babe Ruth style, and I think that's how it's going to break down. But if XI, if they get this Sake, I think we're going to go to a game 7. I truly believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it really just comes down to this. Like, you have to find it here. If you're XI, you have looked a little bit lackluster, like I said before, in the last 2 maps. And, on the beginning of that Den even, it was, a back and forth. And then it wasn't for the side of XI. They were just able to take out the rotational battle a little bit better. And when we talk about that, the rotational battle in this map is even more heavy. You have to rotate. You have to rotate early, and you have to be on time when you do rotate. You have to be able to understand where the next player is going to be coming from. So this is a crucial one here in the grand final, a decider map, in my personal opinion. Like you said, Uper, I think the S&D for ONYX is just too strong. If they do win this map, we are not going any further after map number 5.
Yeah, personally, yeah. And the thing about what map, Sake, the thing about Sake hardpoint, like whenever I do play ranked, right, even though I'm hard stuck plat, I'm unk status, so I can get away with that. But my thing is that I'm a very much old school AR anchor, right? And Sake is one of those maps where the anchor positions for P1 and P2 are, and then a P4 and P5 are absolutely critical. You see so many times with teams that are just getting absolutely destroyed on the rotational game, and that's where you've seen some pretty big stinkers, like 50-point club, 75, even 100-point club on Sake on main stage, in several Discord leagues as well as the CDL challengers, you name it. So that's where your AR anchor player, like the people who tend to play a little bit slower, they are your absolute guardian angel for this match, for this map. Because if you just run around like you're a chicken with your head cut off, especially how the SMG players tend to be, if your ARs are being a little bit too fast and you lose those spawns, it desperately bites you in the ass tremendously. So I'm really excited to see how, in particular, Glow Stick from XI, who was really popping off that first map, if he's going to be the one to put themselves in the position of, hey, we need to have these anchor spawns. But as we're yapping, we're loading right in. Omnia XI on the right, Omnia ONYX on the left. They're going to be the green, and XI are going to be your purple or blue, depending on how colorblind you are, like me. But either way, opening break is going to be nothing but ONYX. Really just taking a lot of that momentum from the last 2 maps, and they are just going buck wild at the moment. Stutter, though, looking for one, gets traded out, generally average on a 3 streak, but then gets taken out as well. Cali from the side of Omnia 11 or XI. Going to go in and try to get some time on that P1. And like I said, it's really going to come down to the rotational game. And right now, at least, Omnia 11 are going to have the spawns for new, it looks like here. So ONYX trying to get inside of those spawns, but they're going to take that scrap time at least. So first of all, first P1 looking pretty good for the most part for ONYX.
Yeah, and they have the rotations here towards P2. You have Pip now in the back. Actually, I was on the wrong team there. Omnia XI have the rotations here towards P2, which can be a dagger. You just really have to figure out something as Stutter does collect back onto 1. That's going to be a 3 dead now here for the side of Omnia ONYX. They really need to hold down these battles, hold down these rotations, as finally the spawns kind of get a little bit wonky here, as it does come in favor of the side of ONYX. And again, you can see that P3 rotation already being battled for, as they want to try to push out, spawn these guys in the back, is expired, looking to try to make something happen here towards the milk crates. It is going to be a little bit harder for him to figure something out as Rituals pushes on out, and you can already see that time going to be dwindling on away, and we head towards a P3 where things can get very mixy, as Mercury as well with that AR, very, very consistent so far, has been throughout. And with a map like this, you look at generally average and Mercury to really have an uptick of gameplay come on through, as Stutter does hop through the window, able to collect back onto time. 7-4 from the SMG of the side of XI. Inspired now looking towards the back part of the map, does spot out 1, get that kill for free. Now looking for the next man up. Expired gonna be here, able to collect as well, as again Expired just shooting the twig right now, able to get the things going that he needs to get going, and it is going to be a full wipe, and the time back in favor of the side of ONYX.
Yeah, ONYX, they're going to be getting some crucial scrap time, but, you know, with getting that scrap time, they are going to be giving up those spawns. So, I mean, the thing about rotational, right, like rotating, is that even if you get the rotation, doesn't mean that you're guaranteed the spawns. And, you know, that's where the individual gunfights are really going to come out to play. And Omnia XI has been having a little bit of a hard time with the slaying capacity from ONYX. I mean, Rituals currently 4 deep in a kill streak at the moment, 10-6. The only person really from Omnia XI that's even doing anything remotely consistent is going to be Stutter at the moment. That SMG NPC really dancing in his hands at the moment. But Mercury on a 3 streak of their own. Rituals closer and closer to that Hellstorm. Oh boy, now both of them are. Mercury with a huge double there. So, I mean, this is what I said, is that if you're able to lock down your spawns and lock down front and force XI, they're just going to come and steamroll you like it's the Battle of Stalingrad. The Russians just storming the Germans, and that's pretty much just getting cut down. And not until the last few seconds of this P4 is Omnia XI really going to be able to get anything going. But you can go and look at the bottom left of your screen, though. Initial gunfights for P5 looking like they're going to be in favor of ONYX.
Yeah, P5 going to be a crucial one. The Zen Garden going in the way of Omnia ONYX, and now P5 in Glowstick's hands as he does find one, looking for more as he gets back into that hill time, just making sure he can try to collect here. It's 2 dead now in the kill feed here for this side of Omnia ONYX. And again, 14-9 from Rituals, continuing to battle on out, generally average 12-13. Expired 11-8, and Mercury, the only one that's really not having a great map. But again, when your teammates are shooting like this, you don't need to have a great map. You just need to do your 25%, and so far, so good as they continue to shoot bodies as they continue to score on the point as well. And that will be that as we head back into rotations for P1. This good time still going to be collected here by the side of OMNIA ONYX. You can already see the route ensuing for the side of XI, but Stutter gets shut down by Mercury there. And that is a crucial kill to slow that man on down. Now 10-13, was 10-7 just a minute ago over at the Zen Garden. And now it's hard for him to fight back onto this round.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, Mercury, even though he's not really getting a lot of kills, you know what he is doing? He's soaking up that time, baby. He might as well get a lawn chair, a little charcoal grill, and some marshmallows and hot dogs as he's just camping on the hill consistently. I mean, only 11-8, but a minute and 30 seconds on hill. So all of his other teammates running and gunning and watching the lanes, doing all the stuff. It's a dirty job. Somebody's got to do it, right? And, you know, kind of like linemen in football, they don't get a lot of love. When you're the hill kitten, you don't get a lot of love. You just get made fun of. But it's because of you why you're winning, right? So, or for the most part, at least, you know, technically score-wise. But either way, OMNIA ONYX, 141-91. OMNIA XI really just having a hard time getting adjusted here in this second set. And I think what we're going to do, I mean, I think we're going to go in with a listen-in for OMNIA XI to see how they're going to be able to break this P2, being down almost close to over 60 points. Let's go and check and see how XI is going to be able to break this hill with a listen-in.
Alleyway.
They played for me. There's two in the back now.
Yeah, in your back. One's P5. One's P5.
Yeah, one
Rich.
back,
Rich
one
is
back
P5.
steps.
You got Rich with the nade. He's out of the play. There's
Nice.
two on time. Last push.
One steps, one steps.
Nice. Step said.
Outside door.
One more here. Dead.
Merc dead.
Other
Nice.
side. Get on time.
Dead.
Good, we found here.
Pushing out.
We're looking for one more. Why is everyone turning around?
Say
we got some in
something.
the
We
back.
didn't know.
One dead. One dead.
Hey, I'm spawn new. I spawn new.
Go new.
Nice.
They're already rotating.
Yeah, I spawned you as well. I spawned
One's
you.
on old. One's on old. Go
Yeah,
new.
two
I'm
old,
watching
two
right.
old,
I'm
two
watching
old.
right. You got right. You got
I
right.
got it right. I got it right.
So you can hear the frustration with an unfortunate play calling from OMNIA XI. You know, why are we all turning around? You know, like, it's a valid question, so it's definitely something to be said. But with that little bit of frustration, obviously, can be mistakes in which OMNIA XI have been having a couple of mishaps here and there. But the ones on hill as of right now, they're doing a pretty decent job of locking her down. But OMNIA ONYX finally getting taken down. So this 40 seconds is going to be absolutely mission critical to get back in this map 4 if you're OMNIA XI.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that you have to figure it out. If you're XI, you need to have those clear comms. You need to know where everybody's at. Like I said, this is a map where you have to know where the next man spawns up at. And so far, so good for the side of ONYX. They know exactly what the spawn is going to look like here for the side of XI. Now let's head into that winning moments potentially here on the P4 for the side of OMNIA ONYX. They do not have rotations, but they did not have rotations in the last one. Let's hear what it sounds like as they have to break here on the P4 side.
One dojo, one
Gotcha.
dojo,
Go to the back.
dojo half, dojo half.
Hey, I'm going for Dojo. I'm rapping. Dojo, looking for me.
Yo, time one, dead.
Dojo, other Dojo. Huge.
The front, all front.
Heard. Close rock. Heard, look for one dead. Nice. Heard. One dead. Oh, my aim is horrible.
Do we have P1?
Yeah. We have rep though. Do we have rep? We're missing some.
No, we don't. Dojo,
Yep.
Dojo, absolute.
Yeah, one front left.
Dojo half.
Let's get it. 20 seconds. We can send one off of that. Yep. I'm sorry, stop. Those are awful. Hold up. I'm 1P1.
Yeah, they're all front.
Yeah, 1P1. You're horrible. There should be front. You're horrible. You're horrible. Come on. Should be back.
They're in the back.
Go on for that. You're horrible too. Come on.
They're in the back.
Oh, look, pit below. Right side. Time.
Come here. You're horrible too, kid.
They're Dojo.
One here.
Happy to. Yep. Dead.
P5, they're all P5.
Oh, nice. Good shit.
And you heard it here from Mercury. He's calling everybody horrible. I mean, when you have a sequence like that on the map, you're allowed to do that. Omnia ONYX now 3-1 up, looking to clutch it up in the S&D, which they have been very dominant in as well. And this was the play of the game. I mean, it's got to be Mercury, Kellen, everybody horrible here in this kill sequence. And honestly, I have to agree with him. I mean, I don't know how he does not get traded out there. I don't know what's going on, what the comms are sounding like, but 21 non-traded, 23 and 12, absolutely dominating from him.
I was trying so hard not to laugh when he was saying you're horrible, because I don't know if I know that obviously Dre Productions in the Discord channel with them, so I don't want to laugh in case it comes on stream. But man, you're horrible, and you know, like you said, he's absolutely deserving of being able to say that when you're running and gunning and you're moving and grooving, no matter how you slice it. That was clean kills, and the fact you didn't get traded out. And fun fact, so if we want to pull up the scoreboard here, right above me here, thank you so much, Trey. You can see they actually did statistically worse in terms of points compared to, or flip side, right? So OMNIA XI obviously winning map 1, but you know, like I said, 250 to 137. I mean, man, Expired and Mercury both. Mercury from the points side of things and Expired from the map control. Expired was all over the place. You can't even get away from that guy. And now going into a Fringe search and destroy, I think the Undertaker Bell is going to be coming for XI here, you know, or at least put some dirt under your pillow for the Hat Man, because it's coming. You know, ONYX really proving themselves in that raid search and destroy, and now for the Fringe, it's for Fringe, it's going to be you know, it's a similar style structure for how you conduct yourselves. So I mean, yeah, I think unless ONYX really bites the bullet here and has a rough map and XI gains a little bit of wind in their sails, I think this might potentially be where the cookie crumbles for the side of Omnia XI.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate for sure. I mean, yeah, you saw that only getting traded out twice on the map is crazy. Definitely so. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, how do you even get those kills to go your way if you're the side of XI? You were just not having a great map whatsoever on the Sake. And now we head into a Fringe where we potentially see the sniper coming out from Expired as well. I've seen these sniper battles really dictate the pace, especially on this map. You have to play around that sniper very heavily. So if the sniper does get pulled out on either side for either team, I think it's going to be a back and forth battle that we'll have to key in on, especially between the two snipers, because they do need to lock down the lane that they're in. And I think if one of the sides does, it's just going to be curtains there. The fat lady is tuning up right now for Omnia ONYX. You're gonna find this one. If you find this one, it's done and dusted. But you have really looked good in the S&D as of late, and especially in the bracket play, you've looked good in the S&D. So definitely something that is on the cards for them to potentially go on through with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And in this map in particular, too, kind of like how when you're sniping, a lot of the times people prefer over by poolside on raid. On Fringe, it's definitely train track side as well as even the middle, right? Like somebody get up in those top windows. You kind of have your own little window war situation going on, especially if both snipers decide to go there. So where you're seeing now where all the crates are going over by, unfortunately, I don't know call outs, so don't mind me, but, over here, that's where the SMGs can kind of, run up and shine. But at the same time, if the ARs are on either that doorway or the flank hallway, you can see right there. I mean, it can get really squirrely too. So, and if you're a sniper, if you're expired on the side of ONYX and you get the right snipes at the right time, that can completely screw the other, XI's ability to get things going. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how the sniper play is, if we're going to get some cool boomstick action. But let's see. I'm going to check out the production. Are we almost about to load in, or just real quick? Okay, so production's telling me we're not knowing how long. So I think we've been casting pretty consistently here. So I think let's go cut to a quick intermission. When we come back, load it into a fringe, search and destroy. So get up, stretch your legs, get something to drink, get something to eat, and we'll see you guys in just a couple minutes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head on into the opening round here of S&D. It is going to be first blood that is collected there by Expired, but an early trade out for Glowstick gonna be enacted as well. There's a bomb gonna be going down towards the Strain side, and the kill needs to come on through here for Glowstick. Cannot find it, gets absolutely spit on by Expired, and Pip laughed up by himself, not able to find it. And that round really dictated on the pace. They cleared out all of
With
the
an
inside.
ace.
They know where they're gonna be at, and Expired with the ace on the round, able to collect as well.
Yeah, Expired getting an ace right off the rip there. You want to talk about the mental side of things. You know, that's a really big dagger. And I think Glowstick probably going to be a little bit upsetty spaghetti about how that turned out for him as well. So, but yeah, I mean, oh no, sorry, not Expired. Mercury was the one to get it because, you know, we got a double glitched Codcaster for this map 5. So GG's Activision on that one. But still, Mercury with the ace, just lying in wait. You do have number 3, Callie, kind of looking, starting to scoot up a little bit more. Glowstick on the flank, tries to find the shots. Luckily, it's going to be Stutter there with him, but it unfortunately gets taken down. Average going to get taken down as well. So Callie and Pip now going up against Expired with that boomstick. So trying to find at least 1 or 2 kills. We're going to see what Expired can do with that sniper in hand.
Yeah, definitely so. It's going to have to be something here that needs to find for Expired. He does pick up the SMG, so now he has something to play with. Expired definitely being one of those players that can make stuff happen. He just needs to have it in this round, and this would be a dagger for me personally if this round does not go the way of the side of OMNIA XI. He gets the first one, time dwindling away, having to play aggressive and play towards that kill because there is no time on the clock for the plant now, and you have just probably botched this round for yourself as the evacuation happens for Callie. That's going to be the first round on the board here for XI.
Yeah, Callie's like, I'm going to get the hell out of Dodge, man. Just freaking do your best Forrest Gump impression. Hope you don't get shot in the ass. And that's exactly what Callie did, because let me tell you, when in that point, you know, you kind of bob and weave a little bit and just run, man, because there's no point in trying to chow that. The round win is more important than your ego trying to get the final kill. So beautiful job from Callie, having that heads up play, being able to just kind of run away. So, but just like how the Knights from Monty Python and the Holy Grail ran away from that rabbit, Callie going to try to get themselves back in the action. Glowstick, unfortunately, getting taken down alongside Callie is 2, but Stutter going to be able to find 2. So now in a 1v2 situation, Stutter with bomb in hand, with that NPC, you know, if you get close enough, especially where Mercury is or Expired, things can get pretty dicey.
Yeah, definitely so. Expired having the read, though, I do believe, and he is not going to be seen here. As I think Stutter has the idea, he is able to collect onto it. Now in the 1v1 situation, Mercury versus Stutter. Stutter for the clutch as well. And the ace on the round for himself. does just evacuate towards this bomb site. Going towards B now with time dwindling away, and the clear out comes on through, just allowing this player to get the bomb down is Mercury. 4-1 start from him. He has an ace on the cards as well, so ace for ace could be potentially here. But the play needs to be enacted quickly here. Stutter does not know where this player is at. Information given on over now. And towards the bomb site we go as Mercury thinks he has an opening just to hit this defuse potentially. As the spot out comes on through. And now this timing, he knows it's here, but he has to go now onto this kill as well. He clutches it up, but does he have time? He does. OMNIA ONYX able to win it. And that will be the round. 2-1 now favoring OMNIA ONYX as they look to take another one here. And they are really they got the ice in the veins here, Uber. The players that they need to stand up have been standing up and clutching up as well. A huge 1v1 clutch there for Mercury.
I'm just questioning why Stutter wanted to push up with an NPC when you're going up against an AR and you're going through an area with a lot of cover. I mean, play call-wise, I would have doubled back potentially over to trains and see if he pushed you there and just kind of bob and weave and kill time. But so I'm kind of questioning the play call there from Stutter, but you know, that's why they're comp players and not me. But either way, Mercury flying in like a bat out of hell gets taken down. 3 members of ONYX gonna get taken down as well, expired now by their lonesome in a 1v3 situation. Bomb gonna be spotted by Stutter, bomb down. So right now, if you are expired, it's gonna take a Herculean effort to be able to win this round here. But you know, like I said, I definitely hope and pray that something happens for expired here. But you know, to kind of have to isolate everybody. Oh, you gotta check that corner. No, unfortunately, not gonna check the corner. So expired, gonna get a couple quarters for the boatman, buddy.
I mean, Cali 7-3 right now. I do believe this is actually Stutter 7-3 on the ground. I do believe off the gun skin camo, this is actually Stutter, and he is going huge right now.
Yep.
It is just going their way. So it's going their way so far, but we're tied at 2s. This still hasn't been very good for either side on the offensive side. Glowstick meeting the maker again of the donuts. Krispy Kreme, where's that sponsor at? We need it for the donut cam. It is a huge one if you come on through for that. And expired, able to get one, instantly ripped on out. And it is Glowstick, though. It does clutch up onto it. And it's Mercury again with a big 2-piece. Does get spotted out. Stun check coming on through. Glowstick knows his player is here. Bomb going to be down in no man's land as well. This Glowstick just trying to evacuate the site, make sure he can get a play to go as he does spot out one with a back turned. And again, Mercury right here, able to clutch again in the 1v1 situation. That's 3 on the round on the map for him so far. And this has got to be playing in the mind of the side of XI. It's unfortunate that you have allowed these clutches to come on through. You've allowed these situations just to not go your way. You get that first kill, just can't find Mercury. And that man is being very elusive on the map.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about COD timing, right? Like, you find the kill. If you're Glowstick, you find the kill on the player hanging out truck mid, but you don't see Mercury kind of position himself perfectly in that corner. So beautiful play by Mercury and just unfortunate timing for Glowstick. Mercury, though, getting heavily aggressive here with that NPC in hand. Unfortunately, meets his maker by an M15, but you still have 3v3 because Glowstick is going to get taken down by a grenade. So at the moment, generally average, in a position to be able to potentially plant this bomb. But Cali up on the top barn, gonna find the flank, doesn't realize that Average is there. Average going up the window, takes him down. Now in a 2v2 situation, Stutter and Pip. Pip gonna be able to get the flank. Oh, and he does get the kill. Rituals is gonna get taken down, and so good old OMNIA XI respond with a round victory of their own. And so now we're all tied up 3-3. So definitely the search and destroy Omnia XI playing a lot cleaner Search and Destroy on Fringe than they are on Raid. I mean, the first, it was 3-6, in favor of ONYX for that Raid, but still, Omnia XI overall look a lot cleaner compared to that map too, so that's always a good deal.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams throwing punches right now like heavyweight boxers on their defensive sides. The offensive side, whoever's able to, clutch up one of these first rounds is potentially going to be able to take the map. Offensive side has been lackluster for both teams. You need to find it here. If you're the side of XI, you want to take that slight lead going into the next round where you have been so dominant on your defensive side, but it looks like a rails call out has came through. It is going to be just expired. Actually, Mercury by himself there. Glow Stick and Co. able to clutch up on that kill. Generally average with the pace play here. Is expired in towards the back part of the map. Spots out at least one heading towards top barn. As he has not been spotted out at all so far. We believe that play is going to come on through as the bomb does go down. Now he's left up in a 3v1 situation with players knowing where he's at. And XI here taking their first offensive round as they clutch it on up. Now 4-3. But will the answer come back, rear its nasty head in the next one? We'll find out. But so far so good here for XI. They look very, very good on this map.
Yeah, no, absolutely. When XI was going over towards that train side to plant on the B side or whatever the hell bomb, B, right by that dome where you see expired POV there, Pip was in that little corner. So even though expired was in the back behind enemy lines, two of his teammates flanking from train side got taken down by Pip. So, that wombo combo from XI, unfortunately, was enough to be able to shoot down ONYX. So that offensive round win, though, and a defensive shootout like this map has been, XI getting that has been a really big deal. So if ONYX can respond with one of their own, which looking pretty good, it's going to be a 2v4, make that a 1v4 retake. Mercury going to be the one to clean it up. So now ONYX with a round win of their own on the offense. It's definitely, this is a very much a back and forth match here with expired 10-4. Potentially Mercury. This is Mercury. Yeah, Mercury 10-4. So big shooters coming out to play in the sandbox, and it's been pretty even so far.
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, this is a throwback map. Maybe some of these players haven't really been able to get a lot of these, scrims on it. And you can see Rituals, he came in crucial in that last round as the mute field going to be popped from Stutter here. He should be the first man in, as it is going to be a little bit of harder play as the stun check comes on through. Ooh. But oh my good Lord, I do believe that's Mercury again. Actually, it is expired this time, shooting through that door, just getting the spot out as Mercury pushes up on another one, now only leaving one player by themselves, and that will be another round on the defensive side. Now 1 round away from lifting the trophy, from getting the rings on the finger and the money in the pockets, as it has been a crucial one so far for the side of OMNIA ONYX. 13-4 from Mercury right now, as he clutches up some more crucial kills. Needing to find this round. You do not want to go to a round 11 after 2 round wins like that. Expired pulling out that sniper here. Maybe trying to find a play on an opener here for sure on this one, as he does switch over pretty quickly towards that AR now. So it's going to be an AR headed up towards top grandma's window. Needing to find it here. Can you do so, though? That is the question, and really, what can we find?
Oh, that's an unfortunate teammate right there. ONYX now on series and match point. So if ONYX wins here, they are walking away with the dub, but Mercury trying to find something. Oh my God, absolutely bobbed and weaved. But luckily, it's going to be a 2v2 though still. Mercury still trying to find his HP. Oh my God. Absolutely breaks Glowstick's ankles, and so now 1v2. It is all up to Callie from XI if she's going to be able to be the one to bring this home to a round 11. Mercury finally gets taken down, expired, hanging out in the corner, but still 16 seconds remaining. Is Callie going to be able to read this? Oh, and she does! We got ourselves a round 11, folks. Cali with a huge
My-
1v2. Holy mackerel.
Oh, willing her team towards this map 5, round 11. And it has divulged here for the side of Omnia ONYX. This is not what you want to see at all whatsoever. If you're this side of Omnia ONYX, if you're a fan in the stream watching, 15-5 from Mercury, and we haven't even won the map yet, ladies and gentlemen. He has a crucial one coming on through. This round really does matter in its offensive side, which has been lackluster for both teams. On the cards here for Omnia ONYX. He's again needing to try to find one. Omnia XI, I mean, Glowstick going down towards that middle part of the map, but crate out kills galore here, as it is Cali and Pip that combined for Stutter and Pip that do combine for a couple of kills there. As the bomb now going down in the 2v2 situation. Expired and Mercury versus Stutter, Cali, and Pip. It's actually a 3v2. My mistake there. As Stutter in the deep part of the back here. Will they get the spot out onto him? He is going to have an angle as he gets shot through the wall from Expired. And now Mercury looking to try to find, but Pip collects back onto it. And it will be Omnia XI extending the series, winning it here in round 11, 6-5. And now we head into a second overload. My lord. We have a series on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. This one still has not been decided. 15-6 for the loss here for Mercury. That is not what you want to see.
No, and honest to God, MVP for the side of Omnia XI goes to Cali, right? Like, they were able to walk, like, you know, you were down, your team needed you the most, you know, and you were able to get that 1v2 clutch. You were able to read the player. You were able to read the player from ONYX in the corner. I mean, Cali is the only reason why XI is even back in this game here, in this series. I mean, unbelievable performance from XI. I mean, you gotta, now here's the thing, right? Like I was talking about before, even though I was wrong about the prediction of if ONYX won, they're going to win the Fringe. I mean, they were this close. They're this close to winning the Fringe, but
1v1
like
clutch, by the way. 1v1 clutch.
Exactly.
Map 11, round 11.
For real. And here's the kicker though, is XI gonna be able to use that to get some wind in their sails, win this overload, and we go to a game 7, which that game 7 is gonna be a Hacienda search and destroy. So this is the map here. If you are XI, you gotta go balls to the wall crazy and win it, because once you get to a game 7, it don't matter what you just did the last hour and a half in this series. It all comes down to that Hasi search. So I'm really looking forward to see this overload, because I have a feeling, I have a little hunch that XI just got a huge adrenaline boost, and I think we're going to see a lot of scrapping coming out here in this overload.
Yeah, and again, 15 for the loss is not what you want to see at all. If you're an Omnia ONYX fan, that is not what you want to see whatsoever. Mercury doing it all for his team just wasn't enough. Needed someone to help him there, and you thought it was going to be Expired in that 1v1 clutch. The check, though, comes in from Cali and just able to win the round. So we head into our next map, map number 6 on the cards here. 2 maps still to decide it if we need them, but only one will be the winner. Who is it going to be? Will it be Omnia ONYX or will it be Omnia XI? We're going to head to a quick little break here. Let our voices take a break. We appreciate you guys for always joining up. The 63 souls now that are joined up into the stream. We appreciate you as always. We'll be back after the break. gentlemen, as we head into another decider map here. It's going to be actually a reset fully, as it does look like the teammates are just going to be leaving the lobby. Not sure what's happening here. We got a 1v1 battle on our hands, but
this
it does
isn't
look like we
happening
need a
again,
little
is
bit. It does look like we need a little bit more time. Hopefully, no more pump fakes on this one. But yeah, we head into a din overload. It's going to be interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head to a quick break. Again, just let them breathe for a second. Let the players reset. We'll be back with that map number 6 here on the cards. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head back into the series here, 2-3 for the side of OMNIA ONYX, as they have the lead for now, but it is going to be a little bit harder for them to try to, wanting to win this map. But again, that's a 4 dead in the kill feed pretty early, and pressure already being applied towards this middle part of the map. Is Mercury gonna have that EMP device on the back, just dipping and diving across the map, trying to make a play happen. And he gets his players in position, knowing where these players are now. Information given on over as that's a 3 dead. Easy capture coming on through, and it's going to be collected here for the first point.
Wow. I mean, a sub-minute capture, that's always kind of not what you want to be dealing with if you are the other team. But, unfortunately also, too, is that generally average from the side of ONYX. Rituals being pushed up, nothing but green in the feed, so pretty much going to be able to get 2 captures here and within 2 minutes. I mean, a minute and a half, really. That's scary. So OMNIA may have been able to stop there. OMNIA XI might have been able to stop the bleeding by barely clutching up that map 5, but OMNIA ONYX fully in the driver's seat here and just looking at OMNIA XI in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, they are pushing that gas pedal down, trying to pressure out even more. Expired towards this broken dojo side. Does get naded out from glow stick, a crucial nade that comes on through. And now the XI side does decide to push up towards the middle part of the map. Pip does get taken care of, and again, kills going every which way, but it favors this side of generally average and co, as they do have a little bit of the idea of where these players are going to be at in that back flank, really coming on in, but it's not going to be crucial enough as the kills need to go on down. And finally, this EMP device coming back over towards this middle part of the map, just the timing not working out. As Expired and Rituals collect onto another one as well. EMP device needing to get picked up here. As Expired pushed up deep into the capture zone, trying to make it happen as he gets one for Mercury, but can't get the next one. It's finally the EMP device going to be carried out of the spawn of XI.
Yeah, right now, I mean, I hate to do this production, but number 6, Pip, he deserves a breadstick, Cam. We're almost halfway through this first half. 1 in 10 for Pip, unfortunately. Oh, now he goes and gets the second kill before we can get the... Man, you hate to see it, but definitely Pip really having a hard time adjusting this first half of this map 6. But yeah, definitely now starting to come alive. He knew it was coming too. He must have known that the baguettes were gonna sprinkle on in. So finally, though, OMNIA XI working together towards that B side, walking away with a detonation. So a little bit of life coming in from OMNIA XI, doing a good job there, but still a huge hill to climb. I mean, the aggression and the amount of slain capacity from OMNIA ONYX, being able to get a clean 3 or even 4 down has been proving disastrous. But now on the fences, OMNIA ONYX with 2 down, device in middle, number 1 generally average, watching that middle cut as well. So XI really needed to be able to get something going, but just the kills in favor of OMNIA ONYX at the moment.
Yeah, OMNIA ONYX really needing to have this next one go, as they've been pushed back as Mercury spots out one towards the top window position, just gets the shots to connect, shotgunning Pip out of the map. And again, Stutter in towards mid is going to find one. Next one up is not going to be collected. As I say that, though, the trade outs do happen, and Rituals with a big 2-piece there. Pip comes in for the last second, 1v1 to decide who's going to be able to score. It's not going to happen as Mercury shuts it down again on the defensive line here, just holding it steady, making sure no one can get that goal line score on in. And that's another 3 dead here for the side of ONYX as they try to push on out even further with 30 left to play.
Yeah, I mean, ONYX right now, like I said, Mercury definitely so far has been the man, the myth, the legend this entire series. I mean, from holding on to time, from slaying out, hitting routes, the whole 9 yards, and he's proven it again here. 13 and 8 alongside generally average with a 16 and 10. So The bomb is going to get taken down. The only person that's going to be able to hold on to it is going to be Callie. So we are going to have a little bit of overtime situation here. But obviously, if Callie does get taken down, that is going to be it for this first half. So 25 seconds remaining. Callie, now the HVT for the side of XI. They got 15 seconds, though. I mean, if they get a couple of kills here, they might be able to punch it in. It looks like they're going to be able to. So taking advantage of the overtime feature of Overload. Now we are all tied up deuces at halftime. So beautiful job there from XI after getting taken down twice within a minute and a half. Able to stabilize, play defensively just the right way, and now got 2 captures of their own. So everybody's all up deuces going into the second half.
Yeah, and that's a crazy thing to say. If you saw the pressure at the beginning of this map, it was just OMNIA ONYX really controlling the pace of play throughout holistically, and it is really not the scoreline that we were expecting to see here, as we are tied up at 2s, potential map 5 on the cards, but OMNIA ONYX has to be able to win this map as the nades go out. Nothing going to be able to collect hit marker onto it, but First Blood does collect 2 for the kill feed as well, and again, make it 3. Now the pressure coming on through for the side of OMNIA XI as they try to get this EMP evacuated out, but another 2 dead here, and make it all 4 dead here for the side of OMNIA ONYX as they waltz on in. They take him down, and Expired playing his timing perfectly as he spots out one, able to get it. Now pushing on through. Last one up, gonna be in towards this tin building, and he knows
Holy
it!
crap.
Collects the kills! And Expired is here for every aggression that you can absolutely mount against this side. 3-2 for the side of OMNIA ONYX as they clutch up there and are able to take the lead again.
Yeah, and then what's even disastrous too, I mean, luckily OMNIA XI were able to get the kills to stop the bleeding, but Expired in that back, man, let me tell you, that was potentially disastrous. I mean, a guy got the 6th streak going, beautiful plays there. You'd be able to make that highlight reel there for his own personal portfolio, but still now with a response though, OMNIA XI being able to get one of their own too, so we're all back at 3. So even though the ONYX has been getting really good plays here and there alongside XI being able to stick with it. And let me tell you, unless something changes here and it's all this back and forth, it's really going to come down to the final seconds of this map 6.
Yeah, OMNIA XI able to get another one as well on the board. Now we head back towards the rotation to P1. Glowstick having a struggle bus again in the map. He's gone his way early on that, when we talked about them in that hard point. But again, he has not been able to come back alive here as Ritual is there for a double up of his own. Now Pip left up in couches by himself. Capture zone going to get picked up. Again, it does get taken down, but now the regular player here, it does get 2, but can't get any more than that. Pip gets knocked down a peg there. Again, Rituals here towards the middle part of the map, just dipping and diving across it. 18 and 20 from him, 23 and 18 from Generally Average, and 22 and 14 for Expired. Mercury really not having a great one. He's had good maps so far, but this map being a little bit of lackluster performance for him.
Yeah, and Expired hitting another huge flank from ONYX, but still, the score is still in favor of XI. I mean, 4-3, so unless ONYX are able to punch this into the A site really, like right now, the only person left standing is going to be number 8. That's going to be Callie. Average still just looking for an opening here, kind of just going in between P2 and couches. Now finally starting to fall back. Shot in the Tookus, but you do have reinforcements from ONYX on the way, but they both get taken down. So I mean, OMNIA XI at the moment, I mean, they genuinely have an opportunity here to where they can't really park the bus, but if they play some solid defense, maybe even potentially get another detonation, you're going to be going to a game 7.
Oh no, that's a 3 dead though, and the scorer trying to come on through the goal line. Stop though, there to collect as Mercury now having to go huge here to try to get this score on in, but it wraps on out, and Glowstick with 3 of his own. Now this gets a little bit hairy here if you're the side of Omnia ONYX. Not what you want to see on the map. The time dwindling away. You need to score it just to take us to overtime. And with only a minute left to play, you could potentially get 2. But Glowstick on a 6 streak. Started lackluster, but now is able to produce even more. Make it 7 for the young man as he still gets it in. And that will be a 2-point lead with only 50 left to play here for the side of Omnia ONYX.
Oh my God, XI, man, they are getting hot at the best possible time. It's just like the old adage, it's not how you start, it is how you finish. And let me tell you what, folks, XI, they may have had a little bit of a rough time for 3 maps in a row, but kind of going for the elongated Neslo expired, though, with the huge kills in the back. But still, with 24 seconds remaining, you can get all the kills over here you want. Unless you're able to get that device in your hand and force an overtime, it is going to be XI forcing a game 7. But we're going to see what ONYX can do here, if they're going to be able to close out this series here right now. But Omnia, XI, now being able to park the bus. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, Grand Finals Proving Grounds. Going to be game 7 here in this Grand Finals, folks.
Yeah, Grand Finals, game 7. We still haven't seen that last score come in, and finally 6-3, the finish here in that. And Glowstick starts off slow, but really, for me, the guy that needs to be watched here, obviously, this kill sequence, obviously a great one too, but again, it was just Glowstick at the end with the 7-piece, able to collect and get his teammates in the position to score. And now this gets a little bit hairy if you're the side of Omnia ONYX. You need to find this one. You had the series in the grasp on that Fringe S&D, and now we head to our last map, which can be very interesting, which can be very, hard for teams to figure out. It is that situation where you want to try to clutch it up, but at the same time, you got to figure it out here. Hacienda is where we go to, where the battleground will be decided. And Uper, how are we feeling about another proving ground, C group, if you will? Game 7 on the cards again.
I just bring out the game 7s in Group C, guys. I'm just going to be honest. Like last season, I called the epic breakdown of biblical proportion that happened. I don't remember the teams off the top of my head, but, it was a similar situation where the team was up 3-1 going into the game 5. The reverse sweep ended up, or no, it was a reverse sweep. Yeah, 3-0, and then the reverse sweep happened. So, I mean, there's just something about Group C with me on stage. I don't know, man. I think I bring out the best in people in terms of showmanship. But let me tell you what, though. It is all going to be decided here, and both teams taking a search and destroy on the series. So, at this point, it's really, in my personal opinion, seeing these two teams for 6 maps so far, it is going to come down to the ARs. Hacienda is such an AR-heavy map, especially on the outer lanes. If you're playing in the middle, obviously those NPCs are going to come into play, but unless you're by fountain, whereas, you can hang out in those windows. So you have to be very methodical about how you approach your positioning on this map. And I mean, it really killed teams in Black Ops 6 last season, or last year's game. So I'm honestly excited to see this game 7, folks, because let me tell you what, now I'm 2 for 2, Grand Finals C group, now known as Proving Grounds, calling it as I see it. We got a game 7, folks, and we're going to be loading in here right now. Pump fake, baby. Let's go. I love it.
Pump fake again. Yeah, Pip did crash, it looked like. Unfortunately, Pip was not in the lobby there. It just happens. It happens. I do believe we've had a crashing problem with the host of the game, so Pip probably hosting. Again, one of those things that's just been pretty consistent here for Call of Duty is Hacienda. We saw it in Black Ops 4 for the first time. Black Ops 6 is really where it made a name for itself, being picked a lot And then now we head into it in BO7 with the advanced movement. It plays even more differently than it did in BO6. This advanced movement has allowed players to play it differently, has allowed players to play it very consistently and how they want to, move around the map, wall bouncing, and all of this advanced movement that we have seen just allows for different plays to come out on this map.
Yeah, and like the tunnel of death, right? Like in the middle where that rock is by P4, P5, whatever the hell it is on hardpoint, where that bomb, I think it's B bomb that's over on water side, but that little doorway, you can bounce off the walls there too. So whereas before it was just kind of a charge and hope for the best, you can kind of finesse people with that advanced movement. And I've seen it time and time again on Hacienda. Plus, too, the water route, obviously, always a good choice, for the most part. You've seen some pretty crazy water hits here and there. So, I mean, Hacienda now with that advanced movement, whereas before the things that kind of made people a little bit ticked off in BO6, in BO7 now, it has been 100% way better for play calling. I mean, shoot, even over on hedges, there's a spot that I've seen people where you can literally kick flip off the freaking wall and see a perfect line of sight on that A-bomb, especially if you plan it the right way. So when it comes down to it, this map, this deciding map for this is officially, by the way, too, the last game of this season for the entirety of the EWGL. So the Undertaker bell comes in. We're going to see who is going to come out on top and who is going to get buried alive as we head into this map 7.
Yeah, needing to find these kills, though, as the first bloods do get enacted, and the bang out still ensues here, favoring the side of OMNIA XI. And my lord, we have run into a bandsaw if you're the side of OMNIA ONYX, and now Mercury left up by himself in a 3v1 scenario. If anyone could clutch this for the side of ONYX, it would be this guy on the cards for it. Bomb is not going to be picked up. That will be the round, and the first round going in favor of the side of OMNIA XI.
Like I said, man, I'm telling you, after they got that 6-5 victory on Fringe and clutching victory from the jaws of defeat, Cali being the one to do it there, I'm telling you that winning that sales is going to be dangerous, and XI is proving me right once again with predictions. And right now, I think ONYX definitely with their backs against the wall, having that 3-1 cushion slowly but surely now don't mean a single damn thing here. So right now, XI really wanting to get themselves here situated, walking away with everything. So we're going to check in with Glowstick. AR player, got the bomb in hand. He's going to plant it actually right away. So Mercury going to find one. Going to be a little bit of a pinstripe situation. Still 3v2 retake favoring ONYX. Mercury going to find another one. Glowstick finally gets taken down. Mercury going to get a 3 streak. No ace, unfortunately, for Mercury, but still very clean retake and round for OMNIA ONYX.
And again, 1-1 tie. This is exactly how Fringe started. Our throwback maps have been, a little bit back and forth that we've seen so far. The only one that wasn't, obviously, that raid, that 6-3-1 in the second map. But after that, it has been a little bit back and forth, as we are going to see a little bit of this idea of what the side of OMNIA ONYX are going to try to do for the play call here. Nade's going to go out towards this A site. It does look like it's going to be an A bang out here. Needing to find these plays, though, as no one home here at all whatsoever for the side of XI. They 4 bang out B, and that's the wrong read, as it is going to be expired. Up top window, going to be able to clutch up on 1. Can he get any more? He just gets ran at by 3. And now 3v3 situation coming back into it, as it is Mercury left alone outside by himself, but it does not matter whatsoever. That will be the round here for ONYX. Inside play does matter, and generally average there, being more than generally average in this one, as he clutches up the kills, and that will be that. Another round on the boards for OMNIA ONYX.
Yeah, I mean, the buddy system method there, going and just banging out top window, 4-man stack, definitely was probably not the best play call there from XI. I mean, definitely kind of bit them in the tuchus, but now we got 3 rounds in, so Pip going to be the recipient and glow stick of some breadstick cams. Production. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Some beautiful baguettes after Major 4. So get them on while they're hot, but still, Pip and glow sticks looking to get themselves stabilized here in this map 7. Pip getting some shots on target, gonna be last man standing, all of his comrades in arms getting taken down, gonna have the NPC pick up. Oh, a huge kill there. Pip still in a 1v2, still a huge hill to climb, but gonna be able to potentially get all the way over to A uncontested. So you get this bomb down potentially, it might be able to play in your hands there, but Pip gonna be able to get some shots on target. He gets the 1. So 1 more needed for Pip. Oh, it looks like they're probably gonna get the bomb down on B because gonna be scared crap that it's generally averages over on A. So let's see what can happen here, folks. This is gonna be a huge swing round.
Yeah, crucial swing round for either team here, as I do not believe generally average knows where this player is going to be at. And it's planted for that top window position that Pip is currently roaming over, as the timing is going to be impeccable. They pass each other like ships in the night, and the water is going to give over the sound there, and it is Pip able to clutch it in the 2v1 situation. And again, we are tied on up at 2s. It is a interesting one for sure.
That water cue was so huge. I mean, Pip was about to run out of the room. Could have potentially been disastrous. I don't know if the player from ONYX wanted to go in the water or not, but you hear that little splishy splash, and all of a sudden, you're going to be like, oh, well, easy reads there, and it's like shooting fish in a barrel, at least for Pip. On a 3 streak currently, so Pip keeps playing the cards right, might be able to get themselves a Hellstorm, and having that pocket rocket in the back pocket is always a good deal, no matter where you're at. So we're going to see Mercury going to be alongside a generally average, going to be going for a fast A plant, so it's going to be a 4v4 retake, but, you know, all of OMNIA, ONYX, or, XI, going to be holding hands together. ONYX going to get the full plant again, so hopefully the history doesn't repeat itself. Let's see what XI can do.
Yeah, OMNIA, ONYX get the read again towards this A site
there we
perfectly
go.
in the 4v4. Expired does get first blood. Pip having a little bit struggle with the wall, looking like Benjay on the map right now. But, you know, nevertheless, he gets over it. It's glow stick dipping and diving across the map. Does get spotted out. Saved by Pip, though. And now in the 2v3 situation, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but it does not matter. ONYX with another round on the board. They clutch it up. And that is a great one for them. Expired 6-3 right now. Collecting with the pistol as well. A huge one coming on in.
ONYX just didn't know what to do, or XI didn't really know what to do there. They kind of got flanked, and Pip having a little bit of a hard time mantling a fence, so kind of stopped his advance a little bit more too. So, I mean, you know, when it came down to it, XI kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place at that point too. Glowstick was bobbing and weaving, trying to play hurdles with the fence. Didn't really go his way either, but XI only down by 1 round. So, I mean, if you have a pretty successful attack round here, which I'm going to take that back, we're going to roll that back, rewind, as before you know it, with a grenade and Mercury glow stick, going to be the one to be last man standing, and another flank comes in. So OMNIA ONYX really proving themselves in this search and destroy, and I think they have a thing to prove, because that fringe didn't go their way, and right now ONYX firmly in the driver's seat yet again, at least as of right now. But the 5-2 curse did happen on Fringe, so at this point, anything is possible.
Yeah, and, you know, we talk about it again. Pip able to win that 2v1 clutch, but loses the battle to the fence for sure there. unfortunate for him. But we head into the next round, a 4-2. OMNIA XI needing to find a round here just to keep themselves back alive. And it is going to be trade out kills galore. Make it 2 for Stutter now. He gets a crucial one shotgunning there. On to that next player. Now 3v2 situation. Generally average and Rituals trying to play their cards right. They know they like this B site. They know how they like to play after the plant goes down here towards A. And the information has kind of been given on over towards the teammates after they die. But this is going to be where this play is at. 8-3 here from generally average, currently popping a takeover of his own on a 4 streak, trying to get streaked out here. Does not spot that person up top window. Do not believe he sees him cross. The bottom chow comes on through, does get shots taken at him, but he's able to evacuate from it. Site taken over by XI. And it's going to be Rituals able to clutch up on the diffuser. Again, the side of XI just running at with each other, holding each other's hands.
Somebody got to go for the diffuse.
That is going to be the time there. It does not matter. There's another round on the books here for the side of OMNIA ONYX. Now 1 round away from a disaster that could have been for the side of OMNIA ONYX. Map point, series point here. But anything can happen in a 5-2. Still a lot of Call of Duty to play.
Yeah, I mean, XI really dropped the ball there. I mean, if you know where the guy's at and he's not going to be able to chow again with only 10 seconds left, one of the other players of XI should have been able to double back and get that defuse. But so a little oopsie-whoopsie cost an XI a potential round, but still 5-2 is where they found themselves on Fringe. Anything is possible. You just got to get the kills. Cali going to be able to find one. Rituals finding another. So now a 2v2 situation. This is it if you are XI. Your backs are fully against the wall. You have to go for a full sail to win this one. Generally average going to find one. Doesn't find the second. But ONYX are going to be your victors today. They're not losing this one, boys.
Yeah, and they clutch it up. They're able to take the money, lift the trophy, and put the rings on their fingers. OMNIA ONYX. Obviously, Viper probably pleased with either of these teams winning. Obviously, being here, 2 teams in the grand final. Yeah, I mean the S&D gameplay just a little bit better here from ONYX. We only saw really XI look good on Fringe, to be honest with you. So you saw the 2 other S&Ds come out and pretty much the same scoreline, 6-2 and 6-3 in them, and it just really doesn't go their way at all whatsoever in that last S&D. They did everything they could, never gave up on the map, and that's exactly what you want to see out of a lower division team like them. GG's to OMNIA goes out for sure for these guys. I mean, both teams clutching it up when it matters the most. I don't know what else to say here. It was a good match. Like, OMNIA XI should hold their heads high because this was a crucial match for them. Obviously, we did not think it was going to go much more after the Fringe S&D and what the first S&D that we watched. They were able to clutch it up though and bring it back into that round, that game 7, and take it out on the full cards, but just not on the cards to win it for them. A 6-2 decider here in Hacienda. And that will be that. I do believe we're going to try to get an interview here with a player. But first, before we do that here, Uper, for the side of OMNIA ONYX, who are we saying the caster MVP is?
Oh, easily for me, it's going to be Mercury for the side of ONYX, just because across the board, in terms of hardpoint, overload, search and destroy, Mercury from ONYX was the man with the plan, like hitting the routes, doing all the dirty work when it needed to be done, when he needed to be step up and have those clutch plays and have a lot of just that gunny, right? Like even in that sake hard point, you're horrible, right? Like having multiple moments of just pure insanity gameplay and just being able to on top. I mean, shoot, on my little cheat sheet here, keeping track of everything for maps 2, 3, 4, and maps 2, 3, and 4, he was the main MVP. I actually gave generally average MVP for map 7, just because that guy was generally average popping off. But yeah, overall, I think Mercury is my personal pick for MVP for the whole series.
Yeah, and I can agree with that. I mean, we'd look back on that Fringe S&D that they did lose, dropping 15 by himself to lose the map. It is an unfortunate way to go out, but I mean, still, like we talk about the takeover there for him, definitely in that one, and it goes to the round 11, just not in the cards for them to win it, unfortunately. But I do believe we're going to be heading into an interview with the side of OMNIA ONYX's Mercury here in just a couple of seconds. We appreciate you guys all for joining up. We'll be back right after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and unfortunately, we cannot get the interview done with the caster MVP. He had to go take care of some business, which is understandable. You've been playing Call of Duty all day. I get it. But we are here with the side of OMNIA ONYX and generally average, man. Talk to me a little bit about the series. We go into map number 1, and it doesn't really go your guys' way, but you do have a little bit of a bounce back. Just talk to me as the series as a whole, what you think went well, what you think didn't go well.
Playing XI is always a chess match because this is the 3rd time we've played them this season. And besides that, we play them all the time. Like, obviously, they're part of the same org. Huge shout out to them as well. But yeah, we play them. This is the 3rd time we play them this season. Multiple times last season. They're a constant scrim partner for us. So it's always a chess match against XI for us. Like the one, because it's a best of 7, we don't have the ability to have any weak maps. And unfortunately, Den Hardpoint is one of our weak maps. And then also, we've never played Fringe. So it's one of those things where it's a back and forth chess match. You know, they had to play on our best maps, we had to play on their best maps, and you know, it's just unfortunate that Hasi happened to be their best map, and I just took over, man. Like, I'm gonna toot my own horn. I took over on that map 5. I don't remember how many real kills I had, but I had like 2 3 pieces in that map. So it's always a chess match. You know, obviously last map, it was a banger of a series. It's huge shout out to them. It was a great match.
Yeah, definitely so. And, you know, I just want to key on a couple points here for you guys as well is, you know, we head into that map 4, which is a decider map for us here on the desk. We head into a Sake hardpoint, and you guys just take over. You guys absolutely dominate. And really, what do you play that off of? Because you know, we heard it in the listen-in as well. We hopped into a listen-in right at the end with you guys, and you could hear Merc saying, you're awful, you're awful, you're awful. Is that getting you guys going as well? Like, what is that for you guys?
For us, like, I'm a very monotone person, and so is Expired. And to be honest, until that moment, Merc was also a very monotone person. The only person that really gets hyped is Rituals. Unfortunately, Rituals wasn't having a great series, so he didn't have the opportunity to get hyped, but I'm happy that Merc took over. Like, we're a very momentum-based team, and Sake, for some reason, they didn't ban Sake, they banned Scar, even though in Winners Finals, when we played on Sake, we 50-point clubbed them. I don't know how many points they scored on that hard point, but I don't think it was particularly close on that specific map. So for us, you know, we're momentum based. It's one of our better maps. And to be honest, all of the maps that we know we're good at is we're just finding out, because we had a 4th until the last 2 weeks of our season. His name was Ruka. Shout out Ruka. Great guy, great teammate. Unfortunately, his Xbox kept crashing. So we had to get rid of him, and then the second we got a new 4th, we couldn't scrim because I work 9 to 5, I travel. So I was sick for 2 weeks. Merc couldn't scrim because he had to go on a vacation. So we didn't get any scrims in. So it was important for us to get that momentum, keep that hype up, and keep each other encouraged, because again, we don't have a lot of reps as a team. It's been a hellish season. Most people can't see that due to our record and stuff like that, but it's been a struggle, and I'm glad that we ended up winning against, you know, it took us until the last second, but we fucking did it. Like, it's huge shout out to the org, OMNIA. Obviously both teams were part of that. Great organization. We had a blast being a part of this org, and it was just a great finals, man.
Yeah, definitely so, man. A great final, nevertheless. You know, some maps not going your way, but entertaining, realistically, is the word.
Yeah.
Absolute cinema is the word that I would put on this series. Back and forth, nevertheless. But talk me through those winning moments on Hacienda. You know, I think it's about, you know, when we're about 2 up, you guys kind of have an idea that this map is going your way. You're not able to answer back with rounds as well, and you're winning on both sides. Just take me through that moment where you guys know that this is the moment where you are going to take the rings, going to take the money, and lift that trophy here in EWG.
It's all about composure. Last season, we were in Winners Finals, and we lost map 5. We were up 5-2, and we lost map 5 and lost the series after being up 5-2. So for us, it was all about composure, keeping it together, not doing nothing fancy, right? In moments like these, people tend to go rogue and all this. We trusted ourselves. We did what worked, did what we're used to, making the correct place at the correct time. I think XI scammed a little bit. There was one round where they let me 3-piece them. One round where they had 2 people on bomb, and for some reason, nobody went to bomb. If they went on bomb, they would have defused it. So it was a little bit of, like, you know, them not being prepared for the moment and us being consistent. And to be fair, we don't, you know, we're not S&D gods by any means. We were just learning to play that map, but playing together, keeping our composure was a key in getting that last map.
For sure, definitely so. I'm going to throw it over to Uper for him. If he has any questions for you guys, go ahead, bud.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely, I'm more of a stats kind of guy, too. Like, I actually got my UNC stats here right in front of me. So you were talking about the Sake hardpoint, and you were kind of shocked about how they picked that one. So you guys actually ended up winning that one 250 to 137, and that kind of was, you know, it was your third, you know, like you could see the stats. Well, you guys can't see the stats, but the chat can see the stats. But yeah, but I mean, ultimately, like, how are you guys feeling? Because you talked about momentum. When you guys lost that fringe search and destroy by the skin of a ball hair, basically, right? Like, it was super short, close. How did you guys be able to bounce back after that loss in Den going into the map 7? Did you guys have any pep talks, or it's like, hey, we're gonna lock in and we're gonna get this done?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I personally was a little nervous, right? We just lost 2 in a row. We lost Fringe. That was my first time ever playing Fringe S&D in a competitive. Like I've played it in rank maybe once or twice, but in a competitive like team versus team environment. So if we didn't really didn't have a plan going in. We just said, hey, let's play together as a team, and hopefully we come out with this one. Even if we lost that Fringe, it wasn't the end of the world to us. Now, Den was devastating. XI played a great Den. Like, the first time we played them, our first series during the regular season, they took the Den. We made a lot of adjustments, and we to be frank, destroyed them on Den in the winners finals. But they made their adjustments, and I think JR had a crazy map on Den Overload. So for us, yeah, they got 2 maps, but we've been in this position before. In the regular season, our match went to game 5, and we 6-0'd them on Den S&D. So for us, we know what we are. We're clutch, and unfortunately, I don't want to say anything too negative about them. They break. They broke in the regular season map 5, and they broke in Grand Finals map 7. So for us, it's all about just keeping it together and doing our thing. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna talk a little trash here. We know we're better.
There you go. Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. And then the last thing I only have to say, because obviously, no matter how you slice it, Viper is definitely celebrating, popping champagne at least, because OMNIA dominating the first and second places for the Proving Grounds division. So I guess ultimately, how do you guys feel as a roster now that you're going to have ultimate bragging rights against XI? I mean, are you guys gonna drive that in, like really hammer it in, like, hey, we beat you guys, you suck, GGs or whatever? Or are you guys going to be cool about it and kind of have a, hold your heads up high knowing that you guys were the better roster today, especially in front of tens of people on stream and forever on YouTube?
Yeah, no, I mean, the reality is that, right, like, I'm gonna talk a little trash here. They're part of the organization. We're close with them. Me personally, I'm a modest person, right? But I know my teammate Ritz, he had some words to say after the winners finals. So he's a very loud person, and to be honest, they've never beaten us. I don't remember a time where XI has beaten us. We're officially, technically officially, we've always known it, but we're officially the best team in OMNIA when it comes to groups because there's 2 others. And we had to beat both teams on this playoff run. So again, huge respect to them, but I'm going to talk my shit. I'm a modest person, but I'm just going to say that.
No, hell yeah. No, that's what I like to hear. But no, well, definitely congratulations to you guys on the victory. And yeah, I mean, pretty much unless Invictus has anything else to say, that's all I really got. I'm proud of you guys, and GG's, and enjoy the rings, enjoy the trophy and the cash, and obviously hopefully see you guys in next season, maybe go back to back.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. I just want to say a couple last things. Huge shout out OMNIA for supporting us. And an unsung hero for our team is Cammy. She's our general manager. I think she's a general manager for all of our Group C teams, but she's very close to our team. Huge shout out to her. She does a lot of work on the back end that people don't notice. While there's a lot of turmoil in our team, she held us together. So huge shout out Cammy. She doesn't get a lot of recognition. But other than that, thank you OMNIA. Thank you guys for casting. It was a great final.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank you as always for joining up into the interview. We appreciate you guys as always. Generally average, able to clutch this one up with his squad. And it is OMNIA ONYX taking home the trophy, taking home the cash in hand and the rings on the finger. We appreciate you guys as always, and we'll be back with the send-off here in just a couple seconds. welcome back. Oh! It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. I
yes.
apologize. Go ahead, Uber.
Well, so welcome back, everybody. It's been a long grand finals. You know, game sevens are long for everybody. It's long for production, casters, even more so for players. So thank you guys for sticking around. So, but no, I just wanted to real quick, you know, even though you guys have the digital unk sheet, if you guys want to follow along, up on top production, being able to put the scoreboard up there for you guys. So just a quick recap, and then obviously send it to Invictus to, close us out here. But yeah, it was a game 7 bang out. So it was XI ended up taking the Den hardpoint 250 to 158. So that's how you guys see there. And then it ended up going to a raid search and destroy. ONYX actually ended up the first of 3 maps back to back, 3-6 or 6-3. And in the exposure overload, it was all ONYX too. I mean, Mercury alongside Expired, those two were bro feeding like crazy in both of those maps, as well as even going into Sake hardpoint for map 4. It was ONYX 250, XI 137, Expired to Mercury again, just kind of having a triple header of themselves. It was just the Mercury and Expired show, really, going absolutely insane. And then it was kind of a turning point for a little bit. It looked like I might have jinxed ONYX a little bit again, going into the Fringe, Search and Destroy. Calixo from XI being able to help clutch up the 6-5 victory, and then it was nothing. And then Mercury actually ended up going 15-5. So homie had a 3 KD for nothing. But then Den Overload, XI brought it back 6-4. And then obviously you guys just saw here a little bit ago, it was 6-2 in favor of ONYX. So I mean, generally average going 9-5, if I remember correctly, for the record there. So yeah, overall, I mean, ONYX, they kind of gave us a little bit of a show for the maps 5 and 6, but yeah, overall, I think it was a pretty good series. And stat wise, like I said, Mercury being the caster MVP, definitely for sure. But overall, both teams played amazingly well. OMNIA as an organization, Viper has a lot to be happy about, you know, in Group C or Proving Grounds, you know, because hey, if the worst placement you get is second place, I mean, out of how many teams were in the division, that's a pretty good deal. So shout out to OMNIA and Viper for putting up a lot of good competition and competitive teams. But yeah, that's kind of the rapid fire stats breakdown. So I'm going to shoot over to Invictus to close us on out. But I just want to say real quick, though, that thank you so much for subbing me on in last second. I had like I said, I ended up doing like about 15 miles in about 12 minutes. So, you know, I got you boys.
Yeah, we appreciate you as well, Uper. Unfortunately, you know, we do draw an end to this season of EWG, and it is going to be another one here on the horizon very soon. Make sure you join up on the league Discord. Stay in tune with what's going on. If you want to be a player that's in the league, want to try to get a team in the league, whatever it may be, make sure you stay tuned into the Discord and get it going over here. Also, I just want to say a big shout out to Viper. This is the second time that I've had to do a OMNIA Civil War here in a grand final. We did it over on ZGL, and now we're doing it over here in EWG. Obviously, a little bit different of a skill level, these guys being a little bit of the low tier in, but again, just, you know, producing teams that are able to be in the position of being in that grand finals position is very crucial, especially, you know, being an org owner. You definitely love to see that as well. Also, really quick here, big shout out goes to our production on the back end of things. Make sure you give him some love as well. He's been here all day with myself as well. So, I mean, make sure you give Dre some love. He is definitely doing crucial work on the back end of things. All the visuals you're seeing on the map, all of the overviews of the maps as well. Goes to him. And as well, thank you to the EWG. Also, if you want to get involved into the Crusader Boys YouTube, it will be on, this match will be on that channel, and the whole day will be on that channel as well. Make sure you go hit the follow button, hit the sub button, I should say, hit the like and the notification bell as well, because we do appreciate you guys for going and showing love over there. Thank you as always to everyone involved with the EWG League. Big shout out to Devontae, and we will catch you guys in the next one.